So today I am going to take you on a tour
Come on, this way.
of a gas station in after the apocalypse. This is a Coast petroleum gas station. You see the price of gas when the world ended. Unleaded 337 plus 352, premium 365, diesel 394. This is supposed to be in Seattle. So you can see they have three grades of fuel here actually. They have unleaded, so they should have a tank for unleaded, premium, so they should have a tank for premium, and diesel, because the unleaded and the premium should be blended at the dispenser to make the plus grade of fuel. So if we go over here, you can see there's 4 dispensers at this area. Get up a little closer, you can see they've got 4 grades of fuel buttons. The green is the diesel, the red is premium, blue should be mid-grade, and white is your regular unleaded. You can see the octanes 87, 89, 92, and diesel doesn't have an octane. So they should have 2 different hoses. The one hose right here with the green handle should be your diesel fuel, and the hose here with the out of service bag over it should service the unleaded, premium, and mid-grade fuels. You can see this has a card reader. This is called a dispenser, and the dispenser has the nozzles right there. The green part right there is the diesel nozzle. It has a swivel right under the nozzle, and then you have the hose, and the hose goes all the way up, and there's a breakaway up there where if a car drives off with the hose still in the car, the breakaway reacts, and so this whole dispenser doesn't end up getting knocked over. You can see they have 2 different kinds of breakaways. This one over here has this black breakaway. That one over there has a silver breakaway. The black breakaway is what you see on most unleaded hoses, and the nozzle is pretty much covered up on that side. You can see the nozzle on this side, it's black. They usually have a clip in there to hold it open whenever you're fueling. The swivel rotates so that the hose doesn't get kinked up whenever they put it in the dispense in your car. This bottom panel comes off, and you can see underneath the dispensers, but unfortunately none of those are off in the apocalypse, so those dispensers have lasted a good long time. These metal pieces on the end are called bollards. They're there so that vehicles don't run into the dispensers and knock them over. Now this one, I've never seen a gas station like this, but that right there should be your fill point. And that should be on top of a tank so that the delivery driver can come, he can drop fuel into that fill point, and then it gets stored in a tank underground, and then it gets pumped out from these dispensers. And this site has 6 dispensers in total, and they all look remarkably the same. One of the things you don't see here, or I don't see here, that I would normally look for, there are no vent pipes coming out of the tanks. You always have a vent pipe coming out of the tank so that they equalize in pressure when a fuel gets pumped out. Otherwise the tank would collapse in on itself. Sometimes they can be up on top of the canopies. I haven't been able to find one here. I've run around the canopies a couple times looking, and I haven't seen any. This site has another canopy on the far side. It also has 2 dispensers on it. They're almost exactly the same as the other dispensers. You can see there's a fueling point there where the drop point is. There's nozzles on both sides. Several of them have the out of service, probably because they ran out of gas at that point. These nozzles are the same. One of the things you'll see different at this site is this tank down here isn't for gasoline. This is a propane tank. So whenever people need to refill their propane, they can use those tanks to get propane. One of the things you'd look for on the store itself, you would look around to see if there's any emergency shut-off buttons. I don't see any emergency shut-off buttons at this store, so they may not have had them in this setting. This one has an attached garage. Sometimes you'll have attached garages and they have their own challenges in there. These totes on the end are not normal at gas stations. I've never seen these at a gas station because they're highly flammable. You probably wouldn't want a lot of cars around those. The same with these cans. You don't see those outside of gas stations. Each of these islands usually has a number, so it shows you what the numbers of the dispensers are and what the numbers of the fueling island are. So if a customer had to go inside and fuel, they could tell you what dispenser they were at, which island they were at. Normally inside the store, you'll find an automatic tank gauge. It's usually in the manager's office. I run around in here a couple times, haven't been able to find one. There's usually an emergency shut-off on the cash register here or under the cash register here, and I haven't been able to find one of those either. So those may not be shown on this in this game. So you can go over here. They not usually a street light right next to the signage, because then you wouldn't be able to see the signage because of the street sign. This one, a lot of times they'll put advertisements on these. This one looks like, I don't know what it says. Distances maybe. So this is what you look at when you're looking at a gas station.